Kiss Me Under the Mistletoe. Does that title have you thinking of holiday books and holiday movies? Does a Hallmark Channel come to mind? Or possibly your favorite author writing a holiday book? Well, for me, I understand that even though it's August 26th, the holiday season, the winter season, is fast approaching. And there are lots and lots of readers out there who, during the holiday season, read nothing but holiday romances. So, this video is dedicated to writing a holiday romance. No matter the season, no matter the holiday, no matter the festival, no matter the religion. And here is what Harlequin Romance has to say. One of their editors is talking about the subject, and as we all know, Harlequin Romance has cornered the market on writing romance novels in all genres, for all seasons, for all times of the year. Carly Byrne, Harlequin's historical editor, has this to say on the subject. Whether it's a Regency Christmas holiday party, a medieval winter feast, or Viking Yule celebration, Harlequin historical readers love to see the festive season celebrated throughout the ages. But we'd also love to see a broader range of religious holidays represented in the series. Hanukkah, the Jewish holiday, Diwali, the Indian celebration of lights, Eid al-Fitr, the Islamic celebration, and more. So, if you've got an interesting historical holiday romance to tell, we'd love to read it. Harlequin Romance and the Harlequin brand has cornered the market on romance novels, on writing romance novels, on gaining the attention of a huge audience in all of their categories. So if you want to learn from the best, if you want to take advantage of the expertise of the editors of the Harlequin franchise, definitely look at their holiday line. See how they are doing it. See what they are writing about currently. Because if you want to learn from the best, we have to admit they are the best. That doesn't mean that we need to exclude other writers from other franchises, whether they're indie authors or whether they're mainstream, who also are good at storytelling. But if this is your first novel and you want to get it right, I would start with Harlequin Romance. When you read a Harlequin romance in general, you will be building a foundation that teaches you how to tell a story, what elements are required, and what things are necessary to write a successful romance novel. And you will also be learning the formula of telling a category romance. Category romances are usually 200 pages long and about 50,000 words long. And they usually are published monthly, and they are in a sequential order, starting with 1 and going on to infinity. And they usually have a set way of telling a story. The happily ever after or happily for now occurs at the end, and you pretty much are guaranteed certain elements in a category romance. I'd also like to suggest, before you begin writing your holiday romance, definitely check out the different movies out there that deal with the holiday season. Go to your favorite channel, whether it be Hallmark, whether it be Life, whether it be BET. Go to your favorite channel, check out the movies that really resonate with you, whether it be Best Man or whether it be some family-oriented series, and see what strikes you, what resonates with you, what makes you happy, what are your feel-good moments when you're watching these movies or these series. And then take notes. Take notes and see what works and what doesn't work, what stories have been covered and what stories should be covered. And once you are armed with all that information, then you need to take it one step further and find out what you actually need to know in order to write a successful holiday romance. According to Jenny Bayless, the author of A Season for Second Chances, which is a novel that takes place in a seaside village around the holiday season, she says there are 3 tips for writing a holiday romance novel. 1, make your holiday a character. I think the first thing to consider when writing a holiday romance is the holiday itself. It doesn't matter which holiday or season it is, but you've got to feel it. The story has got to be enveloped in it, almost as though the season itself is one of your characters. After all, the holiday pushes a lot of emotional buttons within us. They're like an outspoken relative who either brings out your Baja humbug or your Tiny Tim. The author Jenny Bayless goes on to say, my holiday romances tend to center around winter and Christmas because for me, the chilly season has never lost its magic. A part of that magic is the comfort I find in the traditions embedded within the holidays. And those warm, sparkly feelings are not limited to Christmas. Gene Meltzer's The Matzah Ball is a Hanukkah romance which skillfully evokes all the holiday feels, the wonderful food, complicated loving families, romance, and the kindness and hope we all want to feel in a holiday read. So, this holiday in which we set our romance is not just one type of holiday. It is almost its own entity, a feeling, a spirit, unspoken yet palatable, and having many names to many people. And it is the spirit of this holiday, whatever its name, that we as writers need to try to invoke. Writing your novel, try to think of the sounds and the smells, the colors, the emotions, all those things that the holiday induces within yourself, and then transfer those feelings and emotions onto the written page or onto the screen of your laptop and keep on writing. The second tip in writing a holiday romance is to keep it real, but obey the rules. Nobody wants to read about annoying perfect characters with impossible perfect lives. But equally, there are some things that we expect from a holiday romance. I speak as someone who cannot get enough of the Hallmark Channel at Christmas. The word predictable to a writer is like the sun to a vampire. We all want to be writing edgy, original stories. However, there is no reason why we can't rewrite fresh, interesting holiday romances. While we know there's a predictability in this story with a happily ever after or happily for now, we do want to surprise our readers. And we can do that by being creative, by being analytical, and by taking our time in choosing how to tell this story to our reader. In developing the idea for our holiday romance, we don't have to confine ourselves to certain genres. We don't have to write small town holiday romances. We can look at all the subgenres of romance writing, and we can choose a category or genre that we love writing in, whether it be a holiday paranormal romance, whether it be a medical romance, whether it be a suspenseful romance. We can choose whatever subgenre and romance that we want to write about, and we can do it with expertise and with skill. The third piece of writing advice is know your stuff. Every writer knows that the first rule of writing is reading. And as Stephen King writes in On Writing, a memoir of the craft, it also offers you a constantly growing knowledge of what has been done and what hasn't, what is trite and what is fresh, what works and what just lies there dying or dead on the page.